Welcome to Serious About Rugby League. Today we're going to be discussing the relegation battle, which is really heating up now. We've only got 6 games to go and we have possibly the tightest relegation battle in Super League history.
100% the tightest relegation, yeah.
Just to run you through the table quickly, we've got London at the bottom, 16 points, Hull KR 16, Leeds 16, and then Wakefield and Huddersfield are both on 18. Now points difference is pretty tight, all apart from Huddersfield on minus 100 or more, and London sit bottom on points difference on minus 220. But I think momentum after that win over St Helens could be with London, and we're just looking at the run-ins now, and we're looking at these 6 games each team has got left. Guys, I won't run through every single game that each team has got, but just to the naked eye, Paul, who do you see there who's got the best running and who's going to survive?
Well, I think looking at the best running as teams you've got to play, I'd probably looking at, you'd have to say London really. They've looking at that, they've not got anybody in the top 4 to play still, have they? By the looks of that, but obviously they've only got 2 H's and 4 A's, so they're going to have to play away from them. So after they played Salford, I think this is a massive game now. I think 4 of the last 5 are going to be away from home, so that'd be tough. But I think as the teams have got left to play, I think London probably got the best running. Leeds, because they played a lot of games away at the start of the season, that's right. They've got, they've got 4 of 6, so they're going to have 4 of 5 after they played Huddersfield, which I think they'll get a win against Huddersfield. Yeah. But they've got to play St Helens and Warrington. Looking at that, would St Helens be the week before the Challenge Cup final, would it?
Essentially, yeah.
So there could be opportunities there, but I can't believe it. We've all thought London would go down, but you're looking at them fixtures and think, they can get something there. I think Wakefield have got they've got 3 of the top 4 to play. I think they're 2 points out. They look real. I have to say, I think Wakefield are in real trouble at the moment.
Yeah. I won't lie in saying that the team that I'm most worried about is Hull KR. The team that I think has got the highest running is Leeds. It probably sounds a bit strange, but I think Leeds have got the highest running, but will be able to cope with that. Hull KR haven't got the highest running, but they still have to go to Catalans and Wigan, which not many teams go to those places and win. And they still got to play London again, and that could be a massive swing. And Wakefield, it's tricky. It's tricky for Hull KR. There's going to be a few tricky games. I think Leeds have to go to Huddersfield first this weekend, and I'm not sure that Leeds can win that game. Obviously, I've backed Huddersfield, but I'm not sure Leeds can win that game. After that, you probably back them to beat Catalans at home, but to have St Helens at home, London away, and Warrington at home at 3 of the last 4. And Salford ain't the easiest game in the world. It's just not looking. It's not great reading for Leeds. They're gonna have to pull out a couple of results that nobody expects them to pull out at this point. London, however, it seems strange to think that London have got the easiest running, but they have. The 2 home games are very winnable. Obviously, they've got a home game against Leeds, which could be the fact they're at home against Leeds could be absolutely crucial.
It's massive, it being at home now
to the end. And the away games you've got, you won't write them off against Hull KR, and you definitely won't write them off against Wakefield.
It's just an away form, isn't that what worrying me? I think that they've been poor away from home like that. But the teams they have to play, they're certainly winnable. Huddersfield, I think it looks like they have to play 5 of the top 7 there towards the end. In the last 5 games after they play Leeds on Friday, which again shows that what a big game that's going to be. But they won
I think the 3 home games have got the reason that Huddersfield might be.
I think then we've got Catalans at home, which is that we don't know what Catalans are going to be by the last game of the season. But and they won at Salford a couple of weeks ago in Huddersfield, so I think there's some points there for Huddersfield. But
they beat Salford convincingly away, and they've got Salford away again. I'm just looking at it in the case of. Let's fast forward. Just imagine and fast forward to the last game of the season, and all these 5 teams are within 2 points, and it's the last game of the season. Who walks away with a Super League status? And based on the fixtures, you look at Wakefield getting a home game against London. You've got to back them at home realistically. Hull KR away to Salford. If Salford is still pressing for that top 5, not a guarantee. Catalans are away to Huddersfield. Again, press for the top 5, not a guarantee, but Huddersfield having the home advantage might be key there. And then Leeds have got Warrington at home. If Warrington and Hull are still fighting for that second spot, which is a vital spot to be in,
Massively.
that could be a really, really tricky game for Leeds. So I think Leeds want to get. I think Leeds and London want to get to the last game of the season, not in the fight anymore, because they're the two games that are the hardest. Going to be the hardest to win.
I mean, we're realistically looking at, like you said, going into that final weekend, and looking at these fixtures, it's hard to see any of those 5 teams breaking away.
No, definitely not.
I think that all 5 of them could be in with a chance of going down on the last game of the season at this rate.
I think we will find one of them. Will shoot off. I think one of them will find form.
Who will that be though?
I don't know. To predict it is difficult. I want to hope that it's Huddersfield.
Right.
Obviously, but Huddersfield lose to Leeds. Huddersfield lose to Leeds this weekend. It's a different.
I think they're in real trouble.
Yeah.
I do think that I do think with the form away from home, I do think it could well be London that still get relegated. I think they've given themselves a real chance, a real credit.
It's a shame that London have had to battle so hard and still want our Super League.
Yeah, I think 10 wins might even be enough.
And that's
crazy.
It's a question that the Super League competition and the IFL need to answer sooner rather than later.
It's
to have a team that good not stay in the Super League.
It looks like points difference could be the one. I think Leeds will go there and win when they go to London. And looking at the away games they've got, I mean I keep looking at that the last 2 games, Hull KR away and Wakefield away. That Wakefield away game, that really could be like £1 million game.
Yeah.
That's a
I
grand
really
final.
could.
Both that Hull KR and the Wakefield games are grand finals.
But actually, Wakefield got a tough run in, but they do tend to pick up wins at home, even against the top teams.
Yeah.
They're a very, very hard place to go. So they could well be out of it by then. They've got the 2 points clear. The points difference isn't too bad when you compare it to Hull KR's and London's. But so yeah, that could be.
From a Wakefield fan's point of view, you've got to look for your home games, and even Wigan go to travel to Wakefield, but Wakefield have got an exceptional record against Wigan at home.
Yeah.
So, if I was a Wakefield fan, I wouldn't be worried. If I was a Huddersfield fan, I would be on the edge of my seat, but I'd be quite secure on the edge. Whereas the other 3, anything.
I'm just looking at OKR as well. Salford on the last game, surely. Deja vu. Salford send OKR down again.
Salford get a drop goal to reach the top 5. It would just be incredible, wouldn't it? Leeds, I think Leeds will beat Catalans at home. I think they can win in London, and I think they can beat Salford at home. So I think that 3 wins, I think that would probably be enough. That would mean London would have to win 4 of their last 6, and with the points difference. So I think that'll be enough for Leeds.
I think 22 points is safety. I think arguably 20 points is safety, unless you're London with that points difference.
Yeah, I think
London need to get to 22.
22 points would be enough. Yeah.
London need to get to 22. Everybody else gets to 20 in the surf.
11 wins should be enough, really. Let's be honest.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I think if that was the case, then the team that finishes bottom is probably not going to be far off 5th. It's just been a crazy season. So out of the teams that are in it, firstly, who, from a competitions point of view, do you think, in probably hard to word, but who will it be best for Super League to go down? And secondly, who do you think will go down?
I think, from a competition point of view, hard to say. A Hull KR, potentially. You lose the derby. Wakefield, Huddersfield. But then you lose Huddersfield, you lose like the birthplace of the game and sort of like the tradition in that sense.
It could be 10,000 there on Friday, so you know.
Compare that to the legacy of Leeds and the potential for expansion in London. Those are the 2 teams that you want in the Super League.
We need a team in London because I've said before that there's no doubt that we get more press from the national newspapers when we have a team in London. If we're going to go in there, Saints are going there, we can invite the editors of the
especially going into next year. We already spoke about how exciting next year is having a London team there.
Yeah, and we can take James Maloney to London. We can take George Burgess to London. We can take Gareth Widdop to London, and we can get the national newspapers there to see these absolute superstars. Yeah. And it shouldn't be like that, but that's how it works. I wouldn't really want to lose anybody. You talk about the crowds at Huddersfield are low. As Sean mentioned, I don't think we can really afford to lose the OKR Hull FC down. I think it's massive for that part of the world. I think the year that they weren't in Super League, I think it was it was missed. But we can't afford to lose London. Wakefield are a stalwart. It's great to have the smaller clubs like Wakefield in Super League. It's always a good place to go.
I think you're arguing to add teams.
I'm adding teams in,
yeah.
I don't think
we've had this discussion a million times.
Yeah.
I think we're all pro adding teams in.
I think we should go to 4.
teams.
Well, I think there's scope now. If you're looking at Toulouse, Toronto, with the way York,
Bradford, Leaf, Everton,
the way Super League's winding its net now, I think there is a scope. I always thought 14 was enough. There is scope for 16, but I certainly think we should go to 14. Whether or not that's next year or go 13 next year, 14 the year after, there'll be difficulty around that having a bye week.
I can't wait for Leeds to finish bottom and there'll be an announcement that they're going to add a team.
But yeah, I think I think that's the problem. I think we've all mentioned if Leeds finish bottom, I think integrity wise for the competition they'll probably have to go. But anybody else, I'd be more than happy to save them. And personally, I'd be happy to save Leeds. It wouldn't bother me.
I wouldn't want Leeds to go down.
So who goes down in a word, Sean?
London, unfortunately. I don't think their away form isn't up to it, unfortunately.
Well, there you have it, guys. It's going to be an interesting relegation run-in. Who do you want to survive? Who do you think will survive? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.